I have a question, very important. I prepared it during the last workshop in Germany. I asked you a question. Do you remember?
Oh, yes, I remember exactly what you said. You were the only one who asked questions.
You might,
I do
There's only
remember
one
you
question,
asking,
right?
I do remember
you
that. I
might
don't.
didn't-
Unlike the traditional purpose of hands-on work, what is your true purpose in doing hands-on? Your answer and the demonstration you gave were truly wonderful. I was especially impressed by your explanation about how the body opens in a diamond shape. Diamond, right? Yeah, 3 diamonds. It opens. Opening, open, open, open. I felt it could become valuable teaching. For the people here, if you could explain it again, I'd love to share it with them.
Yeah, I'm sure all of them would be turning in his grave, but I,
Thank you.
the first year I was teaching, I was feeling things I've never felt before. And I had a knack for it, for what I do. I didn't know I had a knack for it, and I was interested in that too. And I was studying a whole bunch of things at the same time. And I just noticed that when you look at it, and I would stand in front of the mirror with no clothes on, just to really look at my, because clothes cover you up. And the first thing that I experienced was sort of what you were describing, because I'm standing there in front of a mirror. The mirror's on the door, on Linian Street in Cambridge, and I opened all the shades so everybody could see. No, I'm standing in front of the mirror, and I'm up here. I'm defending myself. Up here, shoulders up. And as I worked with myself, and as I did this standing exercise, as I did all that, I would watch myself standing in front of the mirror, and I would let go. And I just dropped down into myself. And I asked myself a question. Can I accept who I am like this? Can I accept this as Tommy? Or does Tommy need this?
Mm-hmm.
And it set me off on the whole investigation of personal narrative. I did not have the term personal narrative, but I had it was changing my life. And it's keeping me from responding from fear and defending myself against another person. So, and then as I looked at myself, and then I look at other people's bodies when they had clothes on. You got, this is a pelvis. Right, Marjorie, you might want to see this.
Oh, okay.
The pelvis is doing this.
Sounds like Lily has just arrived.
Okay.
So maybe, has she heard this?
If I say it once, it might get better the second time. So the pelvis is going this way,
Yeah.
and I just drew lines like that. Because that's what I felt in the person. The pelvis is going this way,
belly.
this way, like a V. The pelvis,
Pelvis.
it's from here.
I know.
It's from here.
Perineum. This starts.
Perineum.
Per,
Yeah, it's not outside, it's inside.
This starts from perineum.
It starts from the perineum,
Yeah.
but and it's inside, it's not out here. So I just drew a diagram like this.
Oh, you said it here. My
No,
belly button.
no, not the belly button. It starts down here. If you look at yourself in the mirror, without clothes, just try it when you're at home. Just look at yourself. You'll see this,
Mm-hmm.
and this, and this, and this, and then right up to the mastoid process. I mean the temporomandibular joint.
Temporomandibular joint.
Temporomandibular joint. It goes all the way to the temporomandibular joint. I'll do it on everybody. I'll do it on her, and she will change immediately and won't even recognize who she is. Okay. You will see him release through here, and you'll see him release through here, and you'll see him release through here, and here, and deep inside the sphenoid bone. The sphenoid bone looks like this large eagle with wings spread. And it's the anchor of the skull. So just watch him. So as we come here, you'll see those areas of the body release. But it's the visual picture of what happens. It's not inside your body. You don't got diamond in your body. And you'll see it happen. I'll go over and just touch where she got, I don't know if you can see it with all this, but you'll see a movement here, here. I hope.
I want to note this area.
Maybe the diaphragm.
Diaphragm.
The muscle that
That's where
helps
the
you
movement,
breathe.
it was the movement to do that.
I know.
So when you're teaching your first year, I started feeling all that movement. And then that led me to, this was what I felt when I was working with people. I felt that, especially on the table. Here I'm looking at the side of the body and I'm feeling the front. So there you are coming up from the perineum, mid-torso, upper back. This is where we jam up.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's different.
There, you.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if Anna were here, she would say it's just a bunch of spirals.
Yeah.
Spiral movement.
So the diamond is just it's not a metaphor. What is it? Yeah,
An illustration.
is it a metaphor?
Now,
I love diamond shape.
in doing this, the next thing that I'm interested in, because this feels very expansion,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
how do I do expansion while I'm doing that?
Oh, diamond shape is expansion. No?
Oh,
Both at
okay.
the same time.
Expansion. I love diamond
It-
opening.
it's
Yeah. Okay.
The expansion is best achieved between the 5th, 6th, and 7th cervical vertebra. Don't quote me on that yet. It's right in here.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you get a deep, see, this is freeing, this is allowing the neck to be free. And the neck extends down into here, across here, all the way down here, across there. But you could make the argument that the neck is in your feet. So right now, I'm at the base of your skull, and my hands are on the trapezius, sternocleidomastoid, at the base of your skull, and occiput. And I give just enough pressure to stimulate the length in the muscle. And I feel an urge for the head to move up, but it can't because you got to come here.
Mm-hmm.
You got to come here and
Yeah.
take her with the
Open.
triadic resonance of my open palm. With the triadic
like
resonance
this
of my
location
open palm,
picture.
I have to take you down through your body,
Yep.
then to return to here.
Yep.
That's what you do. What'd you find?